Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I am starting a new journal this morning. Got up bright and early and chose a cover. So this is a book that Doug's aunt gave me, actually. I think it's one of those kind of turn of the last century you're a good kid at Sunday school kind of books, although there's no dedication or sticker or anything in there that tells me that. It's these are the advertisements that were in the back, so it doesn't necessarily say that it's like a Christian theme. Gosh, I love these pages so much. I don't know why I hoard them. I should put them in journals. Anyway, but I see a lot of religious sorts of themes in it. Anyway, so I've determined how many signatures are going to be in here. There's going to be 8. And it says here, uphill and downhill between the two jubilees. So they're talking about Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee, which was 1887. So that was 50 years after she ascended to the throne. And then the Diamond Jubilee, which was 1897. So it takes place in those, that's 10-year span. I actually have a box of Queen Victoria ephemera that I can draw from, and I pulled a couple books too. Not going to make it heavy Queen Victoria, but just a few, mentions. One of the things that I have here is a cigarette silk that has Queen Victoria. It's from Zyra Cigarettes, Zyra, factory number 7, 5th District, New Jersey. Looks nothing like Queen Victoria, except for the crown, maybe. But I won't. I will put this in the journal somewhere, but I won't. At least I don't think I will attach it too securely so that it can be removed and used elsewhere. So I chose pages that had chapter headings on them, and the paper in this book is wonderful. It's very thick, and it's not, crispy or anything, which is very unusual for this type of book. Although this one might be a little better quality. It's got the beveled edge. Anyway, so I've already reinforced the edges with some torn paper, and trimmed it down about 1/8 of an inch, more or less, so that these are nice and secure. I've got my first 8 pages ready to go. I do have some work to reinforce the spine. This is just a page. And I saved the fly leaves. I don't know. I like to say that I'm going to use the original inside cover, but I never do. Maybe once I have, but I tend to use fabric. I like a fabric inside cover, but we'll see. I'm envisioning this as really girly. Lots of, ribbons and bows and lace and buttons and that sort of thing. I'm gonna keep it fairly neutral, maybe an odd pop of blue and coral pink, but otherwise, at least that's what I'm starting with. Trying something different. Usually I would use a book page as my template, but I decided to cut a piece of, thin chipboard. And that way, when I'm measuring pages, if they're too long, I can fold them and not have to measure, you know what I mean? Or fold them up, and I'll have the exact right size, I think. I should probably put a center line. We'll give that a try. So these pictures, not a fan. Not a fan. These are the illustrations. This one is okay. The other ones, they're not that exciting. Kind of depressing. He's taken little Glory to blind school, and there's a crash impending here. Looks like the landlady's warning her. Reproof. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't think I'm going to keep them either. So I pulled out some of my Queen Victoria stuff. This is from her 40th Jubilee, 1877. And so this is Queen Victoria's parents. This is Kensington Palace, where she grew up, where she was born and grew up. Princess Victoria, the year before she became queen. And yeah, June 20th, 1837. So that's the morning of her ascension to the throne. Balmoral. And there's a levee at Buckingham Palace with Victoria and Albert. Honor. This is Trooping of the Colours on Her Majesty's birthday. We still celebrate her birthday on May 24th, or the Monday closest to May 24th. So I might use some pictures from this. I don't know. This is a book. Oh, these pages came from a book about mothers, I think. Maybe. So there's the photo. There's a photo of Queen Victoria taken in 1889. They got tucked in here. This is a book from 1901, the year that she died. Not sure if there's a lot of pictures in here. Napoleon, Eugenie. So there's pictures of other people. So I'll have to go through. I mean, she is sort of a controversial character. There's been lots of movies and TV shows and series and documentaries. I think we all know. That's nice. We all know her story, and but you know, she was queen during you know, the end of British colonialism, and you know how that affected and possibly infected. Oh, here's Birdie. I'm just hoping I can find some more pictures in here. Some of these pictures would be great catalog or cabinet cards. Not that one, but That one I like. More men. Oop, there's Kensington Palace. Windsor Castle. This might be a good page to put in there. Folded. Why not? That way we can see all 4 castles. Boring. This might be a good journal someday, but it's monstrous huge. What do we got going on here? It's over 10 inches by darn near 8. I also have this book. It's called Lady Louisa, or Louisa, Lady in Waiting. That's fun paper. Anyway, so she was a lady in waiting to Queen Victoria and Queen Alexandra. So this is sort of a scrapbook. So I'll have to go through this. And see if there's anything that I want to use. I haven't seen any pictures of Queen Victoria yet. Oh, there's Queen Victoria. And some fun things here to use as ephemera too. Jubilee year, 1897. So maybe I won't find too much in here. But it's interesting nonetheless. Okay. I also would like to incorporate some watercolors. Queen Victoria was quite a watercolorist. In fact, I have a book called Queen Victoria's Sketchbook, I think. that has reproductions of her watercolors. Okay, this was 4 5/8. I'll use my rotary cutter so I don't have any oopses. All right, how am I doing? Let me pull together some more stuff and we'll work on some more pages. Okay, I've got my camera pulled right out because I want to make a master board. Some of the pages, like I said, this paper is thick, 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 thick. And some of the pages have these elegant little images that I hate to wait. Well, actually, I need a ruler. I don't want the bent end. So I'm going to tear up some of these that have the little elegant image. The title pages have a nice little drawing too. So we'll see, not the title page, the chapter like that. So for example, I'm going to put this way up in the corner, and then I'll just overlap it like that. Do a little bit of both. Here's one. I like the big capitals too. So why don't I do that? And then maybe I'll go like so. It's on my shopping list to get a new mat to work on. This one is just so gross. It's so uninspiring and so filthy, and I can't clean it. I mean, it is what it is. I think I'll put that there. Okay, got that all done. Now I want to add some ink, paint, watercolor. Well, that's paint too. But I thought I would start with a little bit of Distress Re-Inker kind of deal. I'm using a paintbrush that I don't care if I have to toss out. Use a little bit of water. Okay, and I do have paper down. That's not flicking at all. Kind of all over the place. I'm gonna add some white paint next. Same sort of deal though. I'm gonna have to get clean water because I got a lot of ink in there. Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna add a little water to this gold metallic acrylic paint. Multi-surface acrylic paint. And I've got a fan brush here. It doesn't look like much when it's watered down, but it does become brighter. A lot of this is going to be covered up when I put focal images on top of the cards and tags or what have you. I wouldn't have used this on ordinary quality book page, but because this is so good, I don't mind adding a little water and paint and what have you. Okay, put that aside before I land in it. Okay. I said I was going to do white, but I'm not. Maybe I will. I can if I want to. Okay, this is Stamperia white. I don't think I have much left of this. I've used it a lot. A little bit of a clog. Okay, it's been watered down. I also tore down the edges so it was relatively square. I'm going to get out some paper too and do a little bit of watercolor. A floral sorts of colors that match with the colors that are used in the fussy cuts that I've been working on today. So let me clear this mess and we'll get working on that. Okay, so this is some heavier paper, not watercolor paper, but I don't know, like a sketch paper maybe. And what I want to do is sort of make some mats that I will put like behind the flower. I can't say that this is an original idea. I can't say that it's anything that's coming together for me in terms of memory though. Okay. So once this is dry, I'll tear it out, I'll adhere it to the master board and then paste the flower like on top. I don't know if I've got my palette in. There we go. Oops. So this is kind of a purpley pinky. Need something a little darker in there. Okay. This one's sort of a pale peachy kind of color. Make this one long and tall maybe. That's not bad at all, is it? I'll share the name of the book that I cut these from. Okay. This one's a little paler, but it's not translucent, so I'm adding some white. Do another tall one. Okay. This one's violently purple. Sort of a ugh, don't like that at all. That's better. This one's got yellows and oranges. I'll let us drag in a little bit of darker. Or maybe even a little more. I'll blend that in a bit. Okay. I think I'll put that up now to dry, and I want to make some little square green ones. Sort of a little bit of everything, I guess. Okay. Maybe I'll do two, sort of that shade. This one has a little more color worked into it. I just got a text from Jordan. He wants to know if I have any jars. I said, no, I don't, but I can get some. So I wonder what project he's got going on at his house. Whether it's for storage or he's making something or maybe something for the wedding. Pop a little gray in there. Go even darker. Maybe a little brown. You know what? I have some little stamps. Little floral stamps that I could use on these. Ooh, this one's gonna be really muddy. All right, let's start a different way. Drag some blue in there, I think. Ooh. I like how that's come out. Do another one of those. This is going to be bright grass green. That's not going to match anything. But that's okay. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for the time being. I I'll do a follow-up video for the next part, I think, that you can come back and see hopefully tomorrow. I'm just making these smaller ones that I might stamp on. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you thought this was kind of a fun project. We will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.